everyone, and you're listening to another episode of Deathmatch Russell Podcast. And tonight we're going to talk to Kyle Wylde, all the way from California, representing Blood Brothers Pro Wrestling. We're going to talk about their upcoming tournament in August and a lot more, so stay tuned. And many, many more other topics of wrestling and promotions that he deals with, and the participants and all that are going to be taking place in this tournament in August. Good evening, Kyle, and how you doing tonight? Good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of technical difficulties with my speakers tonight, but who cares? Let's play it by ear, right?
Yeah, there we go. That's how we do it.
Good. How's California doing today? How's the weather and all this weather?
Oh, it's been fucking hot, but it's finally starting to cool down a little bit. It's been a nice one today. How you guys doing over there? What's the weather like over there?
Yeah, it's a little chill, little cool right now. We're supposed to get like a thunderstorm or rainstorm tonight, so is what it is.
All right.
East Coast is so much different.
The rain over here, so.
I know East Coast is different than the West Coast, So besides that, we got some wrestling to talk about. We got a lot of things to talk about. You're gonna be having a tournament pretty soon in August.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, August 19th.
August 19th.
So it's kind of out here, as far as I'm aware. I don't know of anyone else that's put on a bigger tournament. But yeah, 16-man Deathmatch tournament coming out here to the West Coast.
Right on. Right on, man. So, So how long you been doing commentary? And I know I've been reading up on you.
I've actually been doing commentary now since 2014. I got into professional wrestling with Underground Empire Wrestling back in May 17th, 2014.
For the fans that don't know, that's UEW. That right?
That's UEW.
Yes.
Underground Empire Wrestling.
Yeah. And if fans, you can watch a lot of their matches online. They have them. You can see a lot of the footage. It's hard to find some of these DVDs, but they're on DVDs too. For fans that don't.
Yeah, you can get it on DVD. We run all of our shows. The UITV, with the weekly episodic event there. We put all of that up on Vimeo.com, and so you can catch a lot of that as well as rent the events. If you can't afford to purchase the DVD, we do have the events. Whole events on there for rental for $4.99.
Oh wow, that's not bad. That's a pretty good price. I might have to look into that.
Yeah.
Why not? Compete with those studios, right? Compete with the other companies.
That's right. Yeah, that's definitely a good alternative.
I know. Smart Mark runs a good one, and High Spots and all those other.
Yeah, you can actually get some of the product through UEW on there as well. We do have some of our merchandise with them as well.
Mm-hmm. Another cool promo. I tried that Flow Slam. That was pretty cool network. I tried that. That was pretty good. I was trying that for a little bit. But yeah, you got a lot of guys competing. Are you ready for it? Man, you got lots of names. I've been looking at the list. You got Chewy Martinez. You've got Mosh Pit Mike.
Everyone's favorite beater.
You got BC Killer, right? If I'm correct. And
yes, BC Killer. That's the current reigning Sovereign of Slaughter over at UEW. He's going to be in the tournament. And
you're gonna have a first time ever East Coast debut of the one and only Drew Chaos. Chahos, whatever is it. Yeah, Chahos, right? Am I correct? I think I am correct.
We're talking about Drew Chaos?
Yes.
Yes, Drew Chaos making his deathmatch tournament debut.
I know, man. He's
as well as Ref Guido. Guido out here in the West Coast. He's been known. I know he's been doing his thing up at UGWA, but he hasn't really been given that big chance yet. And I know we have him booked out here for the Crimson Cup, but I already heard he's got a booking up in Carnage Cup next year. So another guy that's going to break in the scene and hopefully turn some heads.
Oh man, might have to talk to that guy, get him on. I need a lot of people to come on, and as it progresses, I'll keep, I'll get a lot of people for your tournament on my show, so that'll be awesome, because there's plenty of time.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Plenty of time, you know that.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
You know what? It's getting here close, though. It's starting to, the time's starting to...
I know, it's creeping up. It's creeping. It's creeping up right now. I'm just thinking about my... GCW is right now in Mexico representing. You know that? It's pretty...
I've been following them. I mean, they're doing shit right now. That's probably one of the biggest things that's going on in professional wrestling right now. It is GCW.
Dude, I have I think 3 shows. 3 shows in Mexico this week. It's insane. How could you I was watching videos of my buddy on Snapchat. Yeah, he's because he's the owner, so he's showing everybody around. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, it's a trip for themselves to enjoy, and just lucha. I don't know. It's a lot of Mexican wrestlers are going to be wrestling, and who knows? There's a lot of big names.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited to see.
I couldn't really see who they were facing. The U.S. guys, but I really don't know. But it looks like they got some stiff competition. And that arena looks really looks awesome. It looks like a really, old school Mexican lucha underground, like a real wrestling. That's the style we should all have once in a while, Go back to the roots of the lucha and strong style, But besides that, what else you got going on? What other things you got planned in the works or going to be promoting or anything else going on?
Right now, I mean, my full focus right now is on Blood Brothers and UEW.
Yeah.
The Crimson Cup. Once that's come to an end, we do have a couple other ideas out there. I don't know if you got to follow much the Facebook Live we did. We did talk about a female deathmatch tournament.
You're right on.
There's not a set date for that yet.
No.
But we are going to throw a female deathmatch tournament, an 8-lady tournament.
Yeah.
But we'll have more details on that, hopefully, by the time of the Crimson Cup.
Right on. You got any questions for me? Throw me some questions. I love being randomly questioned, That's what I like to do.
Sure. Let's see. How long have you been doing this?
Going on since, how long have I been podcasting? I'll tell you what, I just, since Hybrid Cup, I would say. I started back in Hybrid Cup. My friend was doing commentary, and we all stayed at a hotel, and we were messing around on his computer. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? It's time for me to start my own little business, and it's launched off pretty good. So this is going to be my 40th podcast. We'll celebrate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, how about that? That's pretty good. I have a lot.
Crazy, yeah.
I got one.
Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, and I got 41 coming up next Sunday with one of the CZW Dojo guys and one of the guys that's going to be competing this weekend or next weekend at CZW's I don't know, Revolve. It's somebody recognition. I don't know, Revolve, whatever it is. It's got some weird names that Sammy Callahan is starting to throw his name and do some things for it, but it's really cool though. Yeah, his name is Big Dan Scare O'Hare. He's going to be. It's pretty cool. He's actually he's with going to be out with a pairing with Schlack, an East Coast guy, also with G Raver, another one that's pretty popular. I'm sure you've heard that name before.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. He is the next of the. He's up there in the deathmatch world. They're going against Father Tremont. His name is Father Tremont, and his disciples or whatever he calls them. It's funny, But yeah, it's crazy, and they have a whole it's a good card altogether that night. It's gonna be great, down at the Voorhees Flyer Skate Zone, and then in a couple weeks later, August rolls around. Onita is coming from Japan to face the one and only Matt Tremont. Yeah. Dude, it's gonna be go. They got to go.
It's been shockwaves all over. I heard about that, and it's been trending all over the internet. I think everybody's ready for it. I know.
Yeah.
What's the saying that Japan's scared of Tremont? So I'm happy that at least they're bringing part of Japan here. We're going to finally get to see Onita and Tremont.
And actually, they are bringing. They are actually. I was reading up, and they are going to bring the pyrotechnic crew from Japan over. So that's awesome. The way
that's amazing.
I know. DJs actually, they're spending the right money. The money, they got to do all that. Because you know what, they weren't too sure if they could do it or not. With those licenses, I'm sure it's so hard with all that stuff. But would have had it at TOD. But that would have been awesomer. But they didn't want to do that. They want a special night. Once in a lifetime.
Yeah, I think TOD is its own thing. I think this is something more special.
It is.
To be its own showcase.
It is, and I'm gonna actually. I just purchased off of eBay his figure collection. I got one of the. Yeah, I'll show you it. I'll show you the collection. Yeah, it's him and Ricky Chu or some Cho or whatever. I don't know. I'll show you later. It's pretty cool. I got it for like $60. I got it.
Oh, wow.
I know. Somebody outbid me for the single figure, but for like $30. But what are you gonna do, right? Give it a whirl and take a gander and buy all this. I love odd merchandise, from like Japan and stuff. It's hard to find stuff,
Oh yeah.
I like
it's more unique things you'll end up finding.
That's one of my favorite things about BJW is they are. Yeah, I had a buddy who got me a towel from the Crazy Kid. So it's awesome. I know, man. I got connections. It's pretty like. But yeah, I love I'm sure you like that style of wrestling too. That's the deathmatch style of Japan.
To indie wrestling in the first place.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Big names came out of there. Big names, Mr. Jun Kasai to Mr. Pogo. Rest in peace. We just lost him this past week.
One of the best ever. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I know. I think he was like everybody's, He's cool. Just the way he had his style. Everybody had his style, Different styles to make people bleed. That's what we like, the Crimson Mask, That's what. Right. But what else you got for me? Yeah, so I've been doing the podcast, and I just follow every single thing you name it. I follow, and I go to every show and this and that, I'm sure you see on my Twitter, my Facebook and everywhere. I'm popular, I'm out there, trying to get to everywhere. Can't go every single place, but Yeah. Like I'm going to be heading out to September. I'm going to be heading out to the West Virginia for the LOA tournament, and that's going to be awesome. Drew's actually going to be in that one too, so I'm looking forward to that. The Vicious Outcast Wrestling Company is another good local-based company with death matches coming. Oh no! Bear with us, folks. We just have some technical difficulties once again. PodCast Russell is having some problems tonight, but let's